Holy cow, guys, what a day we had yesterday. After yesterday's day, I had to come on here and make this video. So I went on my story yesterday morning and I let everybody know, guys, today is going to be one of the biggest days of the week. I have a tremendous amount of value that I found that we just simply can't ignore. We're up a ton anyway this month. So if we take these shots and we lose, it's not the end of the world. We're still up big on the month. But man, what a day we had yesterday. And so many of you guys tapped in yesterday. So many of you guys tapped in and made so much money yesterday. Beyond excited, beyond happy for you guys, and the positivity that I received back in the DMs after all our plays settled, or even before they finished, honestly. So many new clients made a lot of money yesterday. So many new people jumped on board, just paid for a month pass. Now they're on a month pass. But what we did yesterday was insane. Okay, so we had 8 plays yesterday. Now, 8 plays on a random weekday in the middle of June is it's pretty rare. I try to keep the volume to a minimum. I've noticed over the past 3 to 4 years of my personal betting, I make the most money and the ups and downs aren't as drastic when volume isn't absolutely crazy. Sometimes in football season, there's so much value I can't ignore. But for the most part, I've been trying to keep the volume to a minimum. So having 8 plays on a random Tuesday night isn't the norm for us. So when I sent these plays out, I sent 8 plays out to my clients and I told everybody, guys, this is an unusual high amount of volume for us tonight. It's imperative that you guys follow perfect bankroll management tonight. You don't want to go be parlaying every single game. You don't want to put 5 units on a random 1 unit play, and you don't want to skip out on the lower unit plays, because if the 1 unit plays lose and the half unit plays or the quarter unit plays win, that's making up for the losses. You guys don't want to skip on everything. There's a rhyme and reason why we bet every single play we do. And so we had 8 plays last night, guys. We go 7-1. I made $35,000 last night. What a Tuesday night it was, guys. Absolutely insane. And so running down the list, right, our first play, we had 3 full unit plays, and we had 5 half unit plays. Our full unit plays we had Dodgers, Rockies, over 11.5. Full unit play. Blowout winner, easy $8,000. Wind was blowing out. Weather conditions were perfect. 2 teams with rough starting pitchers, plus 2 teams with horrible bullpens going at it. Dodgers could score 10 runs on their own, and it was a blowout. That was amazing. Second full unit play, Dodgers minus 1.5. Yeah, we laid some juice on this, but it doesn't matter because you do not pay juice on winners. Obviously, whenever we're taking a play that has more juice than minus 110, there has to be that extra amount of value to justify the extra juice we're paying. And every time we do that, there always is. So I would never bet a minus 150. I would never bet a minus 170. I would never bet a minus 200 if I didn't have that amount of juice. If I didn't have that correlated into a percentage of added expected value on this play long term, we would never bet it. You would never bet a minus 200 play just because you think it's a lock or you think it's going to win, right? So we had the Dodgers minus 1.5. That was minus 160. Full unit play, easy money. Third full unit play, Houston Astros money line. The systems I had on this game were very, very strong, and this could have been a 1.5 unit VIP play, but with the amount of volume we had, I was erring on the conservative side. 1 unit was good enough, and there was some juice on this play as well. It was around minus 150. So another full unit play, and they won 1-0. Great win. Philadelphia's the bullpen comparison isn't close. Houston has the better bullpen. I definitely thought that Houston was going to be able to get at least 1 or 2 runs off of Philly's starter. They didn't, but they got the job done in the end. Another full unit winner, right? So our 3 full unit plays, we go 3-0. Onto the half unit plays. Milwaukee Brewers on the money line, right? So I got this game at minus 205. And some people are scared of laying juice, right? And like I just said, the only reason I laid just over $2 on this game was because the expected value I had on the systems was absolutely worth it. I thought there was value. That's why we bet it. It wasn't a full unit play. I risked a full unit, or just over a full unit, to win a half unit. So, and that was a blowout winner, guys. Look at the final score of the Brewers game yesterday. They blew them out. They scored 9 runs. I think the final was 9-3. They crushed it. And the systems I had on the Brewers were some really strong systems on home favorites coming off a loss. And I loved the scenario. I loved the matchup. everything made sense to us, so that was an easy winner. They blew them out from the start. That was a great game. Another half unit play, guys. We had the Red Sox Angels under 8. This was a blowout as well the entire way. Final score, I think, was 3-2. It landed on 5, and it was low scoring the whole way. Easy winner. Another half unit play we had going back to that Dodgers game is that Dodgers team total over 6.5. Also laid a little bit of juice on this as well. I believe I got it at -145. Doesn't matter. It came through. They scored a bunch of runs. I think they scored 9 runs in this game. I don't have it in front of me. Obviously, I'm filming the video, but I'm pretty sure the Dodgers scored 9 runs last night. Blowout winner. Awesome. We've been taking advantage of a lot of these team totals recently, and we have been really doing well on these team totals. I would like to bet more team totals, honestly, but trying to stay disciplined, and we're only betting team totals when I think there's a substantial amount of value in these team totals. Whether we're going over or under, it doesn't matter. So we've been really cleaning up on team totals lately in baseball, and we're going to continue to do so, hopefully. So we just got another big one last night. And our last half unit play last night was the Mets-Braves under 9 total runs. That game ended up going over. So that was our one loss, right? So we went 7-1. And it's funny, I think that one loss was the lowest or the second lowest juice we paid on the night. I got that under 9 at -115. So $4,600 loss for me personally in that Braves under. Everything else was a awesome blowout winner. What a night. The DMs I got from my clients, absolutely insane. So now one of my clients, after we just pick up over 4 units yesterday, one of my clients is now up over $600,000 in the month of June, and we still got a week left. That's crazy, right? So I have a handful of clients, a small handful of clients that bet bigger than I do, and I also have clients that bet $100, $200 a game. And my $100 betting clients, they think my bets are really big. And it's funny, from my perspective, the few clients that bet more than me, I think their bets are really big, right? I have clients going $25,000, $35,000 on games, $10,000 on games. And so to make $600,000 from your phone just betting plays, betting my plays in the month of June, absolutely insane. It's so cool. Like, I can't even, it's hard for me to put into words, but when clients look at me and they're like, man, Jay, I wish I was betting as big as you. And one day I'm going to get there. And one day I'm going to make 20K in a month, 50K in a month, 100K in a month. I'm looking at my bigger clients. And I'm saying, man, one day I'm going to get there. And one day I'm going to make $500,000 in a month, $1 million in a month, $2 million in a month. And it's really cool. So I had to come on here and make this video, guys. We absolutely crushed it yesterday. I want to congratulate all the new clients, everybody that jumped on board yesterday. And I also really want to touch on this, guys. The day could have went the other way yesterday. We could have went 1-7. We could have went 0-8. Now the chances of me going 0-8 in a day is extremely low, but it could happen. Anyone that says they can't lose all their games in a day, they're lying to you. This day easily could have went the other way. It could have been a 1-7 day, and we would have dropped a bunch of units. We still would have been up big on the month and the year, obviously, but right, a huge losing day is not what anybody wants, right? And so the reason why we had 8 plays yesterday is because as a professional sports bettor, when I'm handicapping games, yes, I'm looking at the day in and of itself. But when I'm placing bets and I'm deciding what I'm gonna put my money on and what my clients are gonna put their money on, the big picture, right? The entire point of this is to make money long term. The entire point is to profit year to year, right? So you make a salary at your job, you make $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year. All that matters is how much you make over the course of the entire year. All that matters for us. Yes, obviously you want to get paid monthly, so you could, if you don't have a lot of money saved, you want to pay your mortgage, your car notes, all that, credit card bills. But what matters to us in sports betting is winning year to year. So whether we go 7-1 yesterday or 1-7 yesterday, it's either it's a great day or it's a horrible day. But we continue to move on to today and do the same thing today. I did the same thing today, whether we go 7-1 yesterday or 1-7 yesterday. And I need a lot of you guys to get that through your head, that just because we had a big winning day yesterday doesn't mean we up our bets today and we bet more today. And it doesn't mean we pull back or take a day off. And if we had a horrible losing day yesterday, that doesn't mean we up our bets or pull our bets back today or make any changes. Because what is most important for us? Yes, it sucks having losing days. Yes, it sucks having losing weeks. Yes, it sucks having losing months. All that matters is a winning year. 12 months, January to December. Can we profit? January to December. Can we make enough profit and profit enough units to justify the work we put in? And from the past 3 years, I absolutely can, and my clients absolutely can. So that is the main picture, right? That's why we took a stab at some plays that just had too much value to ignore, guys. Sometimes, once in a while, maybe a couple times a month, I'll come on my story on Instagram and say, guys, there's so much value today, I simply can't ignore it. I love the days that I just have one play that most value, the play that has the most value on the board, that I have strong systems on, I handicap the game, everything makes sense, I love it. I love the days where I just have one play or two plays. But a lot of days, especially in other sports, when we get into NFL and college football and college basketball, there's so much value on the board. I wouldn't be doing my job if I had only bet one game or gave out one play. So there are days where we have a lot of plays, and some of those days are losing days. Most of those days are winning days. But it's a mix of good and bad that equates to a year-to-year winning formula. And that is what is most important, guys. You have to understand there are going to be losing days. There are going to be losing weeks. The greatest sports bettor of all time had losing days, losing weeks, losing months. As long as we win year to year and we win enough money to justify all the hard work we're doing in between, 99% of people cannot do that and will never do that. So it is truly amazing what we've been doing so far this year. We're up over 23 units in June so far. God bless. Literally glory to God, because it is awesome. If you're not betting baseball right now, you might want to give it a second thought. Appreciate you guys watching.